So my name is Dimitri Pascalis. I'm 32 years old. I've been working as an IT project manager since 2015. And essentially, I'm a IT project manager, Scrum Master. I also like to do other things like writing. I wrote a book a couple years ago. I love to work out. I love to spend time with my new daughter that I've had that came to this world a few weeks ago, and just spend time with family and friends and be creative and try to do different things. Biggest challenge I was facing prior to attending the program was really having a focus on my habits and essentially having those habits be acts towards building an identity versus just having habits. So telling myself that, you know, I don't want to just run, I want to be an athlete. And just having that those are one of the biggest challenges, is putting habits in place that help me become who I wanted to become and to evolve over time into somebody that I wanted to be, and also learning more about my values and aligning my values and my actions together was something that was really beneficial prior to attending the program. I also learned some cool little key things about planning, time blocking, and all that stuff. Challenge affected me emotionally because it was sort of hindering me from making progress and advancing as fast as I wanted to. I'm not perfect today, but I feel like it has helped me unblock certain things in my path to move faster, be more efficient, and more effective. Honestly, at the time, I wasn't too sure what I was looking for, and then I met Masdak, and I had a conversation with him about coaching, about what I wanted to do, and then we just had an organic conversation, which led to a coaching relationship while we were working together at Prada in Canada. And essentially, it sort of opened my eyes that to the world of coaching. I heard about it, never really participated in it, and then when I spoke with Masdak and just saw what he was doing, I was really interested and jumped on the opportunity. I met Mazak while working at Pratt& Whitney Canada, and essentially organically through our conversation, I learned about his coaching practices. And essentially, one of the reasons why I wanted to work with Mazak was because of his personality, because of all the initiatives he was taking within the company for what he was doing in his line of work, which was change management, but also, coaching other people and really being present and supportive and collaborative with other people. So it really gave me confidence to work with this person. So my experience during the program was very thought-provoking, a little challenging at times because I had to face certain things that I had done in the past or things that I wanted to do. It was very fun and light despite that, and very organic and quite pleasant and really thought-provoking, as I mentioned. And essentially what shifted for me during this process was what I mentioned earlier. I sort of started seeing myself in a different light, and not because of something Mazda, et cetera, did, but the path that we went on organically in our conversation, I really started seeing different sides of myself that I could tap into to essentially get to another level within my career, within my health journey, and all the other spheres in life, essentially. There's two things that I would mention here. One, really being more focused and better using my time. That's something that really shifted for me. Essentially, I started being more mindful of how I was using my time, mindful of myself, mindful when, just going through life with a little more gratitude. So that was something that was pretty big. And another thing as well was the shift from focusing on a habit instead of focusing on an identity. And when I started shifting towards the identity, like, okay, what is somebody that is an athlete, or what is somebody that runs a marathon? Like, what do they do? And then I just started figuring it out like that. And that thought process that Masnak brought me through during one of the webinars that I attended really helped unblock that. And I sort of do that with everything in my life. Think of it more as an identity versus just a habit. Like, okay, I want to be a real estate investor. Well, what does a real estate investor do? And then I just write that down. And anyways, there's a whole process that I go through with that right now because of something I learned from Mazdak. And also a third thing that I want to mention is really aligning my actions with my values. And that's something that I'm still working on today. But it's something that I try to I thrive for on a day-to-day basis. One of the big shifts is essentially I started running more. So I wasn't really running prior to this to talking with Mazdak. And there's other things that contributed to me running more. But essentially I went from like not running at all to running a 15 kilometer, trying to find things that are more aligned with what I want to do on a day-to-day basis with my work. I'm still working on it, but I'm trying to do little shifts here and there to get to where I want to go. I know that coaching is a long-term journey. It's not just you talk to a coach for 2-3 hours here and there, and your life changes overnight. It's something that I got to work on myself and evolve through. And it's always pleasant to have somebody like Mazdak that's by your side, collaborating with you and helping you go through these sometimes dark moments. Advice I would give to somebody wanting to join this program would essentially be to come with an open mind, an open heart, that you're gonna probably face things that you may not expect to face during your conversation, and you're gonna go through things and discover things about yourself that you may not be aware. I think Mazdak is an awesome coach. I think that he brings a lot of value as a very positive and happy energy, really there to support and collaborate with the person that he's coaching. And it's always pleasant to see somebody that's, even before being a coach, he was somebody that I looked up to at work. He's somebody that would always try to be there and present. And even before knowing, like he would give out books to people just so they could better themselves and to read. And that's something that I've never had anybody else do. Books are like 20, $30. Like just have somebody that you're talking to, hey, read this book. It can help you do X, Y, and Z because it was aligned with what I was trying to do at the time. So that really stood out to me. And I think that he's an awesome person.